Welcome back, welcome back. It's your boy Jedi Duke here. I've decided we're gonna go ahead and scratch the CO2. We're gonna make it open source. I was actually getting a lot of information why sell it when it's something so simple, so easy. So you just need your drill, some drill bits, an air stone. You're gonna have your air tubing, a 1 gallon, 3 cups of sugar, and 1.5 teaspoon of yeast, highly activated yeast. Okay, so let me explain something first. Yeast and sugar create CO2 by something called photosynthesis. Now, there is pros and cons to this, like always. Now, a pro definitely is you get CO2. A con to your CO2 is that maximum, you're only going to get about 25, 26 days with this amount of water. Now, another pro is that it's easy, it's cheap, there's little maintenance to it, but it's CO2 at your fingertips. And a con to that end, you're going to get odor. This yeast is going to eat this sugar, which is going to create photosynthesis by injecting air through an air stone, thus creating a reaction which pushes the CO2 along with the oxygen through the tube into your fan and then onto your plants. But that's going to create an odor. And that's one of the big things right there. But that odor only lasts for maybe the first day. And then after that, it usually dissipates. And then it just still gives you CO2. And you're going to see CO2 levels anywhere from about 1100 to 13.5. Now, the way you expand the length of your CO2 is simple. You just have a bigger reservoir. So instead of a 1 gallon, a 3 gallon bucket, or a 5 gallon bucket, or a 10 gallon tote, however you want to do it, same thing as long as it's sealed shut tight, air's coming in, creating a reaction, creating pressure, pushing everything out and through the tube. Alright, now we're going to get into making our CO2 device. What we are going to do is we are going to drill a hole through the top of this lid like we did here. I'm just going to put your air tubing right through there. And we're going to draw another hole right here underneath. And this is where your diffuser is going to go. It's going to go plug right in there, attached to the cord, out to the plants. Alright, so here we are. This is where your diffuser goes in at. As you can see, the hole is it's a tight fitting hole here, and that's for that purpose, for that suction right there. And we have the hole here at the top that goes down for the air stone. Now, the air stone and your water level are roughly important, but not necessarily in specific physics or chemical reaction. But it is for bubble reaction. That's one thing I've learned with this thing, is if you use too much air coming in, it's going to explode. Not like pow all over your plants, but it's going to create bubbles that rise and puke all into here, and then it gets all in your tent. That's what that black stuff was in my tent. So take it from experience. Don't do that. Alright, so now we have the water here in the bottle. And it's only about a quarter, maybe 30% way filled. And now what we're going to do is you're going to first add your pure cane sugar. Pure cane sugar. I repeat, pure cane sugar. Alright. And now you got the sugar. And now you shake. Shake for about 25-30 seconds. Alright. And now you add your yeast. And then you shake again. Alright. Bubbles, CO2, it's awesome. Almost instantly. Now this is lukewarm water. Now this water will get lighter once when you put it under your grow light. But once when it gets a little bit darker than this, about brown, and it's in your garden and you smell that alcohol-y, weedy smell, like almost like ales, that's when it's time to change this baby out. So now, what we're going to do now is we are going to fill it up to about here, maybe a little bit more than that, with really hot water. Now this is the reaction part of the reactor. Okay? Put this hot water in there. It's going to turn that, and when we add that to this, CO2 in about 8 to 30 minutes. And I'm talking 1200, 1100 to 1300 ppms in 8 to 30 minutes instantly. All right. So after you got your reactor water in, give it a shake for another 30 seconds or so, and then go ahead and reassemble everything together here, and you go ahead and plug everything up, make sure everything's working. And this is it right here. See all that? You see all that? Wait a minute. Boom. CO2. And you see what it's doing right there? Alright. And those bubbles are going to spread out. They're going to pop. It's going to force the air out of here, and you can probably hear it. But that's it right there. And then you hook your hose up to it and let it run right into your plants or to your direct feed to your plants. You can run splitters, 4 lines, 5 lines. And like I said, the more air you use, the faster this reaction is going to be. The faster this reaction is, the less time you have to have it. So if you want to change it every 2 weeks, then go ahead and change it out every 2 weeks with more air. But I like mine every 30 days, every 32 days. This is Jedi Duke, GS Tech.